Welcome to my house. We are in and we have actually started work. Unfortunately, I did film this video and like my other video, I lost all of the footage. So to let you know, we are renovating this house. It's a do-upper, it's got beautiful bones, but we are doing it up ourselves kind of slowly on a budget. But to start living in it, we are doing it up basically quite quickly. So we're going to get the rooms stripped, painted, floorboards sanded so that we can get in, and then one day we're going to do the real work. Hopefully in the next year or so when we actually start knocking things down and doing major work on it all. So I'm going to take you through. I would absolutely love to know your thoughts, your ideas. I know loads of you are into interiors, so right now we have not a set plan, so it'd be great to know if you guys have renovated before, any ideas, any tips, anything like that. And let's just get straight on into it. Oh yeah, so because I lost the footage, we have started in some rooms. So in the rooms that we've started on, I'm going to try and overlay some pictures or some footage if we have done, but we haven't done a huge amount. So let's turn you around. So here is our front door. One day I'd love to put lovely number 11 on there, and then we do have some original tiles down the bottom here and just a little porch area, and you go into the main house. This door is really pretty, but I think that it needs some work because it is a little bit gappy here. As you'll be able to see as we come into the hallway, we have started stripping wallpaper on the bottoms here. Just over there you'll see it used to be this original pink, and we're actually not sure whether temporarily we're going to keep this wallpaper up here or not. We need to decide whether to paint over it or just leave it. Obviously one day it will be changed. We're going to rip out these carpets. This is the hallway, and then the first room that you come into here is basically the building room. It is quite a state at the moment, but it's one of the first rooms that we started working on because it's our main living room. It's the room that we want to come and relax in. So if I go to try and show you around all of these bits and pieces, sorry if I walk slowly, it's because I'm dodging all of these pieces. We've already stripped wallpaper, and as you can see, we are bringing it right back here because all of this bay window needs to be replastered. Was damp at one time, but it's not now, but they've obviously patched it up in different places, and we just want it like nice and fresh and smooth. So we're going to do that, but we're definitely going to keep all of the kind of features in here. We have really beautiful features, and obviously the fireplace, which we will also be keeping. At the moment, our windows are original, and for the time being, we are going to keep those. I'll just give you a sneaky peek. We need to renovate those, and one day we're going to be putting in probably double glazing, but the nice sash double glazing. So it's a really good sized room, and this one shouldn't take too long to do now, apart from plastering, painting and carpet. But if I stand back here, so one of my plans for the future in this room is to pull this wall down. Not fully, but just have like an arch in it, I guess you say. But it will be the majority of it down to open up this space a little bit more, and we'll be renovating, we'll be hopefully doing an extension out the back as well. So I want it to all kind of flow through and be a little bit more modern, but I'm not 100% sure. So let me know what you think about that one. Then you come back out to the hallway and into what I'm calling at the moment, we've got I think a few room of dooms, and this is probably one of the worst because we've moved all of our stuff in, and unfortunately we do also have a lot of furniture left from the cellar, which is going to be removed in the next kind of a week or so, so that's going to be happening as well. This fireplace, obviously not original, that's going to be going. Can't wait for that one to go. And then also all of the walls in here, I think, I'm not 100% sure, but we think that these are just painted, so we'll be sanding these down, prepping them and painting them. All of the bookcases and everything are going to come out, but again, we're going to try and keep as many features as possible. Over here, you'll see they've done this little kind of extension. I don't know if I can get a bit closer to it. They've done an extension, but at some point, this is definitely coming down, and I've got two plans with the place. I'm not sure whether to do a full width extension and come all the way out. We do have windows from our neighbours there. They don't open, but the other side has bought it right out and they've got rid of the windows. So depends whether our next door neighbours are going to be happy with that or not. We'll have to see in time. But yeah, one plan is to just extend straight over or to knock down that area. I'll show you as we go through, but it's
Again, a really good sized room. We did pick up a cast iron bath. I can't wait to get that one in. And this is a temporary sink, which is going to go in the downstairs bathroom, which you'll see in a second. But sorry that you can't see this room very well at the moment. Again, it has carpet, which needs to be ripped out. We also have this boarding, which is such a shame over all of the doors. We can get it off and get it back to original, but I'm not sure why they would have done it. I'm guessing it's because of the look. We need to check that out and see how we get them off and get those doors restored. Then in the hallway, we just have understairs cupboard and also a coat cupboard there, which you can't particularly see, but I'm not sure what we'll do with this. Perhaps one day extend the hallway and turn this into a downstairs toilet with perhaps some wardrobes here. Sorry if those lights are flickering, that's going to be quite annoying. So this is the kitchen at the moment, and we've set up here so that we can have something to drink or eat if we really want to at lunchtime, and it's been absolutely fine for that. However, we are going to be ripping out and putting a temporary kitchen in here. So this is, I haven't done anything with the units and none of our stuff's in there. We're going to pull those out. I think I'm going to get a kitchen from Gumtree and place a kind of probably a wooden one in here temporarily before the extension, because it might be a few years. And we've got a Rayburn over here, and I do love it. It's so warming, and I get why people love them now, but unfortunately that one is going to go as well because it's just not as economical as having a normal boiler, and at the moment we don't have heating on the top floor, which we will need to do. So this room has not been touched at all yet, apart from putting our stuff in and giving it a good clean where we've been using it. Sorry, got the washing out there, just our rags and stuff. And we've got a bit here with our Hoover. And then out here is where I think it would have been extended at some point, but we've got quite a big kind of hallway area. Back door there out to a garden, and then this bathroom, which we are probably going to be ripping out perhaps this week or this weekend. This one is going to be put back into a bathroom temporarily because we are thinking perhaps of having a lodger down here, because we're not sure what we're going to use for this room, and it would help us so much with renovation costs. So let me know if any of you guys have done that and any tips. But we're just going to do it like for like, obviously not like for like, but we're going to put the items back in the same kind of place. I will show you as soon as we've done it, but at the moment it's just an old bathroom which needs renovating, but it is actually a very good size. So I'm hoping that we might be able to get a bigger shower in there temporarily. And then this room out here has had a lot of work. You can tell, again, it is very echoey. So this is what was called the garden room. Obviously it goes out to the garden. We have no idea what we'd use this room for. At the moment, the house is very, very big for us, especially being used to London flats. So this is why we're thinking perhaps this would be great for a lodger to come in. So this week we have pulled down all the plaster from this wall over here, taken some sockets out, and we're gonna have that re-plastered on Friday. Hopefully it is, I think it's Tuesday today. And then we need to prep all of these walls, and we're all having them replastered around here because it was all gloss paint in there. And then obviously we will decorate, put some carpet in, and or maybe some laminate, I'm not quite sure yet. And yeah, so this room is definitely in progress, and it's actually looking really good. It had loads of stuff in, I'll show you pictures, had loads of built-in kind of cupboards and shelving, and that's all gone and been ripped out. That was quite a job actually, which thankfully Ollie's dad helped with. I won't show you the garden because it's full of a lot of stuff. It goes quite a way back. It's a beautiful garden, but that is definitely a project for a good few years time. As you can see, they had sockets absolutely everywhere. We need to get rid of so many of these, but hopefully this is a one room which you will see transformed quite quickly. The plaster is also doing the ceiling, so I'll show you once that's done in the renovation vlogs. And also what I just forgot, which I was mentioning earlier, is that we will extend this. So this whole of the back from the kitchen, the bathroom into here, we're going to open up, put some big windows all the way through here, perhaps extend out to the side and make an extension. But I'm not sure yet how much to make it open plan, whether to leave the dining room separate and the living room separate, or whether to knock it all, not like totally all through, but so that you can kind of interlink and go between each room. So if you've done any, I'd love to see any pictures as well, if you've got pictures of extensions that you've done. I didn't vlog coming up the stairs because I'm already out of breath, but we've got stairs there and then just 2 sets of stairs here, and then you go into this kind of end of the property. This is another room of doom. This is basically housing all of our stuff. So as I said, we're leaving it all here. Upstairs is quite fresh and clean feeling, so it's fine to leave it in here. And then we have these huge wardrobes, which, so plan right now is to just leave this room. This room's been left for good. And we've been doing a lot of work in the bathroom, so I'll show you. So our first stage for the bathroom was to make it livable. As you will see from previous clips, it was green and all wood. We think that they based it on a sauna because it was so many different kind of woods absolutely everywhere. So we have basically stripped back this wall. This used to be all paper mache of loads of different things, and I've tiled it. I've got a little bit to fill in there. We need to fill in the edges, and we still need to put up the shower, but we just very quickly tiled it with actually free tiles, which was amazing. We've had some from Gramps, we picked up some from Gumtree, so this, apart from the labour, has cost absolutely nothing to do. We still need to put the bath base on. Unfortunately, the bath is peach, but it will be absolutely fine for us for the next year until we have our big plans. Over here, this is just, I think it's our hot water or something. It's basically, which I've sealed in. You can open it, but this all needs a second set of paint at the moment. Then around here, we just have the same kind of thing. We have the sink, painted everything grey. We have kept the mirrors that they had in here because they were actually quite nice, but just painted over them. And then over here, again, we've just done the same thing. They had this heater here, which we've taken out, painted white. We're going to put a new light there and also a new light up here where we have tiled. We need to sort all of this here. But it's looking much fresher in here and much cleaner. Oh, and we also need to do something temporarily. Not sure what to do with the floor at the moment because we don't want to do anything expensive. Even thinking vinyl might be just a little bit too much because this is just really temporary so that we can shower and get clean. Also, a reminder that we're not living here full time. Ollie is living away for work and I am living with my parents, so it seems a little bit too much to be doing a huge amount. So I don't know, we're not sure yet, but any thoughts on flooring would be good because I think maybe we could just sand it. I'm not sure. Sand it, varnish it, and it could be okay and good to live in. Now, just round from the bathroom is the toilet, and this will give you an idea of what the bathroom was like because it is currently full of the same stuff. So I'm going to come right on in here so that you can see. It is absolutely everywhere. All on the back of the door are his cigars, and yeah, I mean, it's quite character filled actually, but unfortunately this will be coming down, and obviously we will be getting rid of the toilet at some point as well, but it's absolutely fine and functioning at the moment. So long-term plans for the bathroom is to knock all of that out and bring the door back to probably about here. So you'll walk in here, and then I think we'll probably move the loo. I'm going to put the cast iron bath over towards this end and have the 2 windows redone in kind of sash windows again. And then hopefully over here have some kind of walk-in wardrobe, and then we'll have a lot more space here. I'm thinking we may even, because the door's going to be back there, we may even be able to fit like a lovely double sink situation over here. Or this chimney, this is basically a chimney breast from downstairs. That's going to come out anyway, so we could push that right back and into the other room a little bit as well to get a little bit more space. So as you can see, we've done a huge amount to make this bathroom kind of livable and fresh and ours for now. And that's what I mean about pulling it back to the basics and making it kind of fresh. I feel like you're just talking to a mirror now, sorry. Making it kind of fresh and livable, but then we also have big other plans for things as well. And I think we could really change this bathroom and make it a lot, I think I'd like to make it a lot bigger than what it currently is, because it's the main bathroom, although we have ideas for other bathrooms in the house too. So out of there you come back down the hallway, then you've just got the 2 little steps, and then you're back up kind of like a half set of stairs. And then you go into here, what I call the pink room, because it is very pink. It's got a pink floor and pink wallpaper. And this is the room which basically we decided was the cleanest, neatest, tidiest room at the moment that we could live in when we are renovating at the weekends. So when Ollie and I come back, we're going to be staying here. If I'm really honest, we've only stayed here, I think it's twice since we've had the house, so we're not really living in it, but I did have to hang up a lot of Ollie's stuff the other day when he went back to work to find all of his shirts and stuff. So we're planning on hanging our clothes in here so that we can semi-live. It's been an absolute nightmare trying to organise when you move, but you move into a renovation house and you're staying. I packed a suitcase, which you saw in my moving video, but it didn't last me very long and we soon ran out of underwear and bits and bobs, and so we need to unpack a little bit here to make it just that little bit more settled so that we can live, because that's one thing that we're semi-struggling with at the moment, is that we're a bit back and forth. So this is just our kind of weekend renovation bedroom, because our bedroom, this is my favourite room of the house. Next door is the one which we are going to be doing next. So this here is what you'd call like the master bedroom, and currently have her old bed here, which again, as I said, is going, and it's actually quite deceiving, I think, on camera. This room is a lot bigger than it looks. We actually had our mattress just lying here on the side the first day that we came, and it's a super king size bed, and it just didn't make a dent at all. So unfortunately the fireplace has gone from this room, so that's one thing that I'd like to change. I'd like to put the fireplace back, but that's a job that probably won't be done initially. So we're going to strip all of the wallpaper, and then we're going to take obviously all the wallpaper off the ceilings, put new light fixtures in, paint it all a lovely colour, and then just get in here. Obviously we will probably take out the carpets, and again we've got original, we can see over here we've got original floorboards in here, so we'll put back original floorboards. And then long-term plans, so that's short-term plans in the immediate, we'll be able to be living in here probably quite quickly, just with it painted and freshened up. And then long-term plans, so this end of the room will pretty much stay the same, apart from we want to put a fireplace back in there. I'm thinking bed here, some lovely kind of armchairs over here, and then this is one which I'm really not sure on, is whether we put an ensuite over here or not. So it is kind of ripe for an ensuite. It would definitely suit it. You've got the window there. It's a far big enough room, and we could just put a tiny little ensuite in here and then put some wardrobes down the side here. And I'm not sure. Each day I decide different things. Some days I come in here and I think, oh, it's so big that I think we should have an ensuite because it's almost too big. And then some days I come in here and the sun's shining in and I'm thinking, oh, it's such a lovely big room. I'm not sure. So I'd love your comments on that, and how kind of useful you find an ensuite if you have one. Ollie and I lived with an ensuite in one of our houses and we did absolutely love it, and I'm thinking this is a house that we're really going to grow in, and when we have family around or people to stay, it would be really nice to have an ensuite, because obviously the main bathroom will be for these bedrooms, and then we'll also have, as I'll show you, another bathroom upstairs. So, I mean, can you have enough bathrooms? I'm not sure. We don't need it, and my mum thinks that we might spoil the room if we put an ensuite in here, and that's what I toy with back and forth. It's like, oh, well, you lose this beautiful, bright kind of essence of the room, and also just the like vastness of it, because it's quite grand when you're in here. I'm not sure if that's showing through camera, but it does just feel really beautiful with the two large windows. Okay, and then up another flight of stairs, we've got these lovely funky carpets, and this wallpaper runs all the way up, so that's going to be a good job to get rid of. We've got a big window here which doesn't open. Again, I want to change all of it long term, the windows, to double glazed sash windows. So this floor, a lot of stuff has been left, so it's quite hard to visualize what it may be like, but we've got a really big hallway up here. Obviously all of this stuff from the previous house owner is going to be gone, and then we're going to have a lovely big space here, and I think I would like some built-in perhaps storage here. We also need to change it so that our attic hatch goes in here, because currently it's in that room. So the first room up here, they're both really, really good sizes. This is the first room, and as you can see, there is a lot of stuff. None of this is ours. We've got nothing apart from the boxes down really in the master bedroom and the red room, which you've seen. So this is a really sweet room. It has some lovely character. Obviously we've got a good little cracks which we need to sort out, but the fireplaces are beautiful, and I don't think these rooms will take an awful lot. To the back of the house we all have double glazing, but I really would like to change that one day, but it's just not a priority. So this will just be, again, stripped back. Wallpaper will take down the carpet, and again just turn these into lovely rooms. We'll redo all of the ceiling and stuff like that. Just make it really fresh and a lot brighter than it is at the moment, but it's still got lovely features like the fireplaces and the doors, and you've still got a really, really good height up here too. And then background here is another room which basically mimics the same kind of size. Unfortunately, no fireplace there. If we can, maybe one day I will put one back, but at the same time, sometimes it's quite good not to have fireplaces because obviously we can put storage and bits there. As you can see from the front, we have the original. That's going to have to be changed at some point because this one, especially up here, I think it's letting in quite a lot of breeze because they've done, do you call it like secondary glazing or something? They've got some kind of film over it there. But yeah, again, as you can see, quite a bit of furniture in here, and it just needs de-wallpapering, new flooring, new lighting. This light fixture needs to be moved to the middle of the room, that kind of thing. And the ceiling definitely needs to be replastered because it is wobbly. You can really see some of the quirkiness and character in this house when you see some of these rooms. So we kind of fell in love with it because of that. And it's sad in a way to be stripping it out. But this room here is probably one of the creepiest rooms that we have, or definitely the creepiest room. So this is just like a storage cupboard basically, which has a chest freezer in it again. That is going, all of this is going hopefully this week. So this is the same kind of thing. It just needs absolutely stripping back to basics, but as you kind of can see, it once would have had a skylight over there, so we're going to put back the skylight, or not the skylight, but a new skylight where one would have been. And as I was saying just then, we need to move the hatch out to the hallway in the middle, and this is going to be a bathroom, probably more of a shower room, but I think we could fit a lovely big shower perhaps down the end there, and to be honest, a really good sink and toilet as well, because it is a really good size room again. And this is something that we're going to be doing quite quickly on, so I'm not sure, maybe, I don't want to say too many dates, but maybe kind of February time this will start, February, March time, which will be really nice because we'll be coming into spring, and I think it'll be a lot nicer doing renovations. So that is the house basically. I think that's pretty much all of it apart from the garden. We do have some what you'd call outbuildings at the back, 2 really big ones, but we are not touching the garden until a lot later on. We're not that we're not keen gardeners. I love being in the garden and I think I will enjoy doing a garden, but it's just really, you've seen the house, we've got a lot to do. So first step, as I said, bring it all back to life a little bit again, freshen it up, make it ours, and then we'll start the kind of major renovation work in a year or so's time. Definitely after a year, we're going to give it a year. And also, Ollie and I both think that you should live in a place first and see how it feels. Obviously with the ensuite, if we have the bathroom at the end of the house, which I've just showed you, and we use that and we think that probably that's nicer to have, well, also when you're living in the bedroom, it will make it a lot easier to decide. So we're going to live in it for a little while, see how we go, and yeah, do it step by step. Obviously we have big plans for certain spaces and certain rooms, like downstairs having underfloor heating and parquet flooring and knocking it all through, which isn't going to happen straight away. It's going to be a much longer process, but I don't know, I think I'll get itchy feet and want to do it quite quickly, so we'll see. But first of all, you'll be seeing the renovation vlogs of it just being stripped back and freshened up. So I think that will be the next house video. I'll probably show you through the bathroom and hopefully the living room and maybe the back 2 rooms as we do them with the bathroom. And yeah, I'm so excited for work to start. We're really eager to get things done and just can't wait to start chipping away, which I'm sure will kind of ease off in time. But yeah, any ideas, honestly, I won't be offended by anything. I'd love to know kind of thoughts on renovating, how you lived through a renovation, if you lived in the house, any extending or knocking down, or things like just even appliances and kitchens. It's just absolutely mind-blowing when you have so many decisions to make. So I would love any thoughts and stuff like that. And just little interior ones, any good shops that you shop in and anywhere that has some real bargains, I'd love to know. And I'm gonna stop rambling on and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next week.